What's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Man, spring is in the air, 47 degrees out. I am loving it. But sitting in the old Wally World parking lot, you can see it back there. I might film a little bit inside, but I need to pick up some line because I want to do a few casting tests with a few different reels. That's what we're doing in today's video. So I'm going to go in and get some cheap line because I want to put all the same line on all the different reels. I'll take one rod out and we'll just do different casting tests with those to see how they compare, because we're going to pick 3 old reels and 3 newer reels that I have. So enough yapping, let's get masked up. Like I said, I might film a little bit in there. I tried one time and they said, "You can't be filming in here, Sonny." And I'm like, well, I see kids do it all the time, and I don't know, guess they're cooler than I am. So enough yapping, let's go inside. There's the Halo rod I bought. Apparently they fixed the price. It's now $69. I got it for $50. Kids yelling, good old Walmart. I haven't been in Walmart forever. Ours is looking pretty stocked though. We got lures, Screaming Kids. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. 700 yards, 12 pound, $1.97. That's what we're talking about. Should we do 12 or 15? We'll grab a couple of each. They got Bill Lewis rattle traps, $4.92. We got some red ones. I think we need to grab a few of these. These Ozark trails are interesting. I wonder how these swim. I should try painting a few up and see how they do. I don't know. Never tried them. Let's grab some. So now we need to go home, get the line on the old reels and go do some casting. All right, fishing friends, we are out to do the casting portion of this test. Brought the old truck out, brought one rod you can see here, and I brought 4 different bait casters. We're gonna test, first off, the old Bantam Corrado. Man, this was a fan favorite in, gosh, I forget, in the 90s, I believe that came out. I forget exactly what year. I want to say like 91 or 2 maybe. Don't quote me on that. We're then going to move up to one of my favorite old bait casters. I had one of these. I sold it for 50 bucks like a dummy, but I ended up finding another one, the Curado 200 E7. A reel that a lot of people say is the best reel ever made. You can see there, got that beautiful gold sparkle on it. Really is a cool looking reel. We're gonna move over to the Daiwa CC 80, that reel that a subscribed fishing friends sit in. I had a bunch of people asking about that as a budget option. How's that gonna compare to these? And then finally the Komodo SS, that swim bait reel that I picked up. Pretty sweet little reel there. I'm liking it. Feels really good in the hand, but we're just gonna kind of see how these do. I put some 15-pound Omniflex on every one of these, and I'm not trying to get like max casting distance. So this is just really real world application type stuff. The rod is that Halo rod, a budget rod option that's rated for lures up to 1 ounce, which is like my favorite do it all, medium, heavy, fast, up to lures 1 ounce. Like, this will do it all. So I went ahead and stretched out a measuring tape here. As you can see, I put that all the way up to 200 feet way over there, and we're gonna see how far we do on some casting. Like I said, I'm not trying to go max distance. It's not about that. It's just kind of comparing these all on an even keel. All of them have the same 15-pound monofilament, old versus new, just to have some fun. It's 52 degrees out. Snow's melting. I'm in a hoodie and jeans, and it feels like frickin' summer out here. So I love it. Enough yapping. Let's get casting. All right, we're recording. Let's hurry up and run back. You can see Mr. Stubbs is quarantined in the truck there. I had him out trying to help me supervise here, but he already knocked one of the tripods over, so I got to fix it. Okay, they've only got 1 brake on. All right, it's super dirty in there. Guessing this guy probably needs some new bearings. I'm gonna take off that spool tension just a little bit. Whew. Let's see, let's go for the 5 longest casts. Oh, that one kind of sucked. Let's see where we're at. Fast forward. All right, there's our swim bait. We're at 80 feet is all. Oh, barf. Gosh, the colors of this thing in the sun though, it goes from like a purple to a green. Oh God, cool reel. 80 feet though. This is an old reel though. This is what, potentially 20 years old. You know, casting 80 feet. I'm not mad at that. Let's see where we go. Ooh, went way to the left. Work on your aim there, Debo. All right, let's go. Okay, there we are. Cast number 2, approximately 80 feet again. Right on. Wow, okay. I actually got stuff to update the Curado, the 200 E7 that I got, and I didn't get anything for this one. I didn't plan on getting this one, but I found a good deal. But let's see. Wow. One reason I don't use cheap Omniflex line, I just cast it and that broke. Well, there's 182 feet. Look where it landed. Broke above the knot. Yeah, that's not a line I'd recommend. Old Omniflex, not a fan. I always keep some scissors in my truck. Man, I can't tell you all how handy it is. It is just, it's so handy to have a pair of scissors in your truck. Rand Dizzle taught me that lesson. Just, they're there. You can clip line. So handy. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming here. Let's try again, cast number 3. Looks pretty dang close. That baby does sound rough inside there. At least it's consistent, 80 feet every single cast. Now, obviously this isn't super scientific down to the exact inch. I'm just kind of rounding here, but each one of these have been within, I mean, an inch of 80 feet. So that's what I'm calling it, 80 feet. We're doing some Midwest ingenuity testing here. I tightened up the spool just a bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. Looks really close. Let's fast forward and see. Oh, wow, that one was less. We're gonna say 76 feet, really close to it, 76 feet. All right, last cast, Bantam Corrado. I honestly don't know. Ooh, what happened there? 71 feet. Ew. Okay, let's grab our scissors that are just so handy. Okay, let's check out this one. So this Curado 200 E7, super nice reel. Like I said, a lot of people think this is one of the best bait casters ever made on the market by anyone. But I've got the spool tension sit, so there's no side-to-side movement. And these side plates were so cool because it was just a quarter turn, and then it pops off. It's got that thing to hold it. But again, these had the little hats inside. This has 2 brakes on, so when they're pushed out to the outside, those are on. So this has 2 brakes on. Close this up, let's see how it does. First cast with the 200 E7. Oh, holy cow. Yep, big difference, let's go see. Okay, first cast with the 200 E7, we're right at 100 and I'm gonna say right at 108 feet. Now, as I said, I'm not trying to go for max distance. I'm not trying to see exactly like the longest cast I can get. Just real world stuff, you know, you could go with a lighter line. This is 15-pound mono. We could go with lighter braid and get way farther than that. But like I said, I just kind of want to see real world application. How far can we get these? None of them were cleaned or anything, but this one I was surprised when I just looked again. If you can see inside that side plate, somebody actually put some orange seal hybrid bearings in here. I don't know what brand or how good they are, but somebody did do a little work on this. All right, second cast. Ooh, we're almost right to the camera, and that was at what, 120 feet? Let's see. Okay, here we are. This one, oh, a little bit farther. I'm gonna say 111 and a half, right about 6 inches, 111 and a half feet. Okay, I loosened up the spool tension just a bit, see if we can get just a tad more distance. That looks pretty close to the last one, we'll see. All right, this one we're at 106 feet, 106 feet right on. Okay, was that cast 2 or 3? I don't remember. Huh, got hit in the head too much when I was younger. I think that was 3. Cast 4. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, we're right at 108 feet on that one, 108 feet. All right, last cast, cast 5 with the 200 E7 is line drive. All right, the last cast is right about 111 feet. All right, let's switch over and try the Daiwa CC 80, the budget option of the group, only a $59 reel. So gonna see how this one does again with the 15-pound Omniflex on. Here we go. Okay, first cast with the CC 80, we're at only 102 feet, 102 feet. Well, we'll see if we can beef this up a little bit. I thought for sure we'd get farther than that 200 E7. That's kind of surprising. Now again, a little bit thicker line. Obviously we could jump down to, you know, 10 or 8 pound to get more distance, but I'm just trying to do real world 15 pounds where I normally go with. Let's try backing those brakes off just a little bit. I had them about 3/4 of the way on. We'll bump it down 3 stops. All right, or clicks. Cast number 2 with the CC 80. Ooh, reel didn't like that one, huh? Loosen that tension up so I can just feel a little side-to-side movement. Here we go. Cast number 2 with the CC 80. Yeah, we got a little bit of fluff in there. Again, we're going to tighten that up just a tad. Okay, let's see where we're at. Wow, 101 feet is all. Wow. What can we do? Let's try to get a little bit more lob, a little bit more distance. Cast number 3 with the CC 80. And we backlashed just a little bit there. It's not liking that still. Okay, so we're at like, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and round up to 90 feet. All right, cast 4 in the CC80. There we go, a little bit better. Oh, it's right there. It's camouflaged. Right on the line, right? Yeah. 108 feet. Well, that truck decided to come right through where I was at. That was real nice of them. Thanks there, guy. And they laughed and pointed at me. Ooh, guys out here casting. Laugh and point. Right, last cast, 5th and final cast, CC80. Little bit of a backlash there. All right, 5th and final cast with the Daiwa. We're at 103 feet is all. Wow. I'm kind of disappointed. I thought the CC80 would do a little bit better than that. Okay, the 4th and final reel, the Okuma Komodo SS. Now I know some people said they had some concerns about the side plate popping off when you're fighting a fish. You have to turn it pretty tough. It's not going to come off lightly, so I don't think that's going to be an issue, but let's just double check and see how many brakes I have on. Let's start with just 2 internal brakes on. Spool tension set, there's just a tiny amount of play. Just barely in it all. All right, let's see. First cast with the Okuma Komodo SS, 200 size reel. Ooh, definitely the smoothest casting out of them, it feels like. All right, first cast with the Komodo, 109 feet. Got maybe just a tiny bit more distance, but quite a bit more backlash there, and I didn't really thumb it. Okay, we definitely did get more distance there, about 109.5, right in between the two, 109.5 feet. Okay, I think to try and counteract that little bit of backlash we had there, let's tighten our spool tension up just a tad, see if that takes it out at the end there away for us, see if we can still get good distance. So I tightened up spool tension just a little bit. All right, here we go. Cast number 3 on the Okuma Komodo. Still backlash, so it definitely, like 3 brakes on, seem to be way easier to manage. All right, cast number 3 with the Komodo, we're at 111 feet, so we got just a tad farther. Okay, as we're reeling this in, let's change this back and put 3 internal brakes on. That seemed to be the sweet spot. I thought for sure one of these would break 120 feet. All right, here we go. Cast 4 with the Komodo. Let's see how it does. Yeah, definitely no backlash. Didn't get any forward hop there. Okay, here's our lure. On this one, we got up to 104 feet. 104 feet. Okay, here we go. 5th and final cast with the Okuma Komodo. I'm going to back that spool tension off just a tad. Let's see how we go. 5th cast. Felt good. All right, pretty close to the line. Let's see. All right, final cast was out. Oh, that's pretty easy to see. 106 feet. Interesting. All right, fishing friends, just got home. Let's talk about the results. Now, coming in last place was no surprise to me, not because it was the oldest baitcaster in the lineup, but because it sounded pretty rough when I was casting that baby. Last on the list was the Bantam Curado. Now, this is a lefty, so it is the CU201. If that was a righty, it'd be a 200, but the left-handed Bantam Corrado, like I said, it sounds rough in there. When I took the side plate off, you can see inside there's some, whatever the side race ring deal is. I don't know if that's like a brass type ring, but you can see there's all sorts of debris where that has been rubbed off. This probably has not been cleaned for a long time, so I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna look to see if I can get some replacement bearings. I'm gonna hit up Spool Speed. I actually got some Spool Speed stuff for the 200 E7 before I even got it, and actually inside that one had those orange seal bearings, some hybrid bearings. So 80 feet was the longest cast on the old Bantam, old school reel. Now it averaged 77.4 feet. I wasn't surprised at that. Like I said, this guy sounded kind of rough, but still cool to get this out. Still cool to sling it around. This is like a mid-90s reel, you know, so still working. It's a lower gear ratio, so I'm actually going to throw this on my cranking stick, and we're going to take this out. I might do like a throwback only, because I've actually purchased, found some good deals actually on a few old Shimano reels. So we might do an old throwback deal, kind of in honor of Pops and his old Bantam that he had. I'm gonna have to get that one cleaned up and take all those out. But in 4th place was the Bantam Curado. In 3rd place, this kind of surprised me. I thought this would do a little bit better, a little bit higher on the list. The Daiwa CC 80. 108 feet was the farthest cast this had. 100.8 feet was the 5 cast average. Feels good. It's a lefty reel. Some people are probably wondering, why do you have some left and some right? I actually use both reels, left and right. Doesn't matter. I taught myself a couple years ago how to use both. So left or right doesn't matter to me, but this guy, I thought it would do a little bit better. Like I said in the video, I wasn't trying to get like max distance as far as like what's the most distance I can get out of this baitcaster, because we could have used a longer rod. We could have used a lighter braid. 20-pound braid is going to cast better than this 15-pound Omniflex. It's kind of stiff. It's already got memory to it. I wasn't a big fan. As you saw in the casting test, I even had a lure break off with the cast, so wasn't a fan of it. It's pretty cheap line. I use it as backing. If you're looking for a good soft mono, there's a number of options out there, but this was next on the list. Coming in at number 2, I was actually surprised at this. Number 2 was the Komodo SS. This reel for sure felt the best out of the 4. Casted really well. It was quiet. It was smooth. Obviously this is the newest reel I have out of the bunch. Hasn't been used at all, so casted really well. The results on this one, 111 feet was the longest, and actually I think on that cast I even pulled the lure back. Look at the footage, but I think I pulled the lure back, so honestly I think this probably would have got the longest cast. 5 cast average on this was 107.9 feet. I'm still really excited to use it this year. This is a 200 size, and the big difference between this one and the number 1 performing reel, I really should have taken this off the rod to show you all, but the size difference. For this being a 200 size reel, this Komodo, it's really small. I mean, it's a small, compact profile, easy to palm and hold like this with the trigger between your pinky. I can still finger the line this way. Nice, small, low profile reel. Extremely comfortable. I'm excited to use that. I might even get another one for frogging. I don't know. We'll see. Because that does have the aluminum frame and side plate. Now, number 1, the best caster out of the group. I believe these came out in 2008. The Shimano Curado 200 E7. Yeah, 111 feet. So it beat the Komodo by half a foot. Like I said, had I not pulled that cast back, that might have got number 1. But 111 feet was the longest cast on the old mean green. 108.9 feet was the 5 cast average. Did I say 107.9 was the 5 cast average on the Komodo? So a foot less, but not surprising. After I opened this up, I didn't even notice it. And like I was showing you, I'm going to do a full breakdown, cleaning and everything on this. But when I popped this guy open, I was surprised to find that inside there, somebody actually replaced the bearings at some time and put some orange seal ceramic, some sort of hybrid. I don't know what brand or how good they were, but I was surprised to find that. So overall, it's still pretty smooth. Feels pretty good. I got a steal of a deal on it. Oftentimes you're seeing these go for, $200 and some plus on eBay, which is crazy. For a reel that was, 2008, it's that old and it's that sought after still, but just kind of a testament. Like I said in the video, this is by a lot of people called the best baitcaster ever released on the market. I know there's, kind of a cult following. Mikey Balls. Somebody said, look up his channel. He loves those. When I was looking for these, and by golly, he did. He's got a great channel. If you haven't watched Mikey Balls, go check him out. But the 200 E7s, he's a fan. I can see why. It's still a great reel. Like I said, I had one of these, gosh, maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I bought this from a guy. The same time I bought my Shimano Symmetry spinning reel, but I ended up selling it for 50 bucks, like a dummy, but I found one. So back in rotation, we're going to get this out and do some more old school casting tests and such. But the 200 E7 took the award on this test. Comment below and let me know if you'd like to see some more casting tests. Now, somebody else that does tests like this, actual casting distance test, is the Reel Test. If you haven't looked up his channel, he's a nice guy. We've talked a couple times. He does a bunch of different casting distance test stuff and, kind of casting first impressions and such. Look him up. He's a gear nerd like myself, does a bunch of different casting deals out there. But if you want to see more stuff like this, comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. I'm also going to do some more desktop, hands behind the camera, head-to-head reel stuff. I've had a bunch of people. I posted on Instagram today the Shimano SLX versus the Daiwa Tatula 100. And I had probably 20 different DMs of people asking questions and stuff, which is fun because I love to talk gear. So comment below if you'd like to see more of the casting stuff. If you want to see some head-to-head reel talk and competition, comment below and let me know. But today's subscribe fishing friend is Jose. Jose is the nice gentleman, the nice subscribe fishing friend who sent in the Daiwa CC80 for me to test and use and put it through the paces. So thank you very much, man. I've actually got a couple other people sending me some reels to do some tests on. So like I've said before, I keep doing my videos because of all you. You really fuel me and keep me going. I'm blessed to have the subscribe fishing friends that I have sending me reels, sending me gear. I've got 100,000 coming up, that benchmark. Did I just say 100,000? I'm tired, it's almost midnight, but I'm coming up on 100,000 subscribers. I am more than excited. I've got a number of giveaways planned, some special tailored giveaways to some lucky subscribers, but that's it for me. I gotta get all this picked up, put away, and go to bed. So thank you all so much for watching, and until next time.